Ba-dum bum bum bum. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back. Okay, welcome to Slapback Chat Frat. We're a pared down, sleek unit this week. I say this week, we haven't done this for about 6 months, but what the hey. We've been having some great chats leading up to this. Reading 99, 12-string guitars, how to put children to bed. All the gold's already gone, so what you're going to get now is the dregs. Anyway, please welcome Mr. Dan Reed.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. And Mr. Russell Garnett.
Hello.
And as always, I am Joe Butterball. Where were we at? We were just talking about slice of life, having watched the Reading 99 documentary and how it was a kind of...
Woodstock.
Oh, Woodstock, sorry. Woodstock 99 documentary on the festival where people all went a bit nuts, listening to new metal. I think it was just new metal that did it. I think everyone was just like, you know what? We're all pretending to like this, but a whole weekend of this, we've got to fucking burn some stuff down.
What were the highlights of the documentary? I'll tell you my one. It was where the girl said, one of the female participants said, I've been drinking this water, and the doctors have told me I've got trench mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild, wasn't it? I like that they played Jimi Hendrix Fire at the end of the festival when everyone's really angry, because burning everything down. That was like they'd already told the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like, they're lighting fires everywhere. Can you do something to calm them down? And Anthony Kiedis goes, this isn't my responsibility. Not only is this not my responsibility, but I'm going to play a song called Fire. And
I prefer to think that he went to the guy, anything you can do? Yeah, got this. Just no worries. Leave it with me. I'll go out there.
Kiedis is on the case.
I like to think that Anthony Kiedis speaks how he sings. So they're like, Anthony, is there any way that you could just calm it down? I'm gotta go outside. I'm gonna go on the stage. I'm gonna make some pie. Gonna do this thing. Gonna sing a song. Gonna do that bing and a bing bang bong. Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. Just sorry I asked.
It's all sorted. Kiedis is on the case.
No, there were a lot of great moments. What else were the other moments that I enjoyed?
I enjoyed Sheryl Crow being resolutely out of place. It's like, okay, so everyone's here to see Korn, Limp Bizkit, all these new metal bands. It's like, should we get Sheryl on to calm things down a bit? Yeah.
That's a Crow.
But it did feel like that was the time. I've not been to a angry festival for a while where people were pissing and shitting into bottles and throwing them on stage. That seemed to be quite a common thing.
That was a big thing. Yeah,
that was a big sort of standard fed. But what they were doing at Woodstock, which was sort of up from that, or not up from that, adjacent to that, is that either the sheer volume of bottles they were throwing on was intense, and then was it mud and coins and other stuff, and then obviously breaking down the sound thing and making sure they could surf on stuff. They're just little incremental steps into utter madness.
It was just just getting to hear all of that music again. It was a real it was a real
time capsule, wasn't it? Like a lovely,
it was a real reappraisal of because whether or not it wasn't really my bag at the time, but I was kind of I kind of made tentative steps into it. I bought a Blink 182 single. I'm not proud of that, but I did it. What's my age again? And you guys were all listening to Korn and Limp Bizkit all the time.
I was not listening to Limp Bizkit.
What era? What age? What year was Plug?
That was right. That time, it was probably like 98, maybe.
Is that right? How old am I now? 20? No, I wasn't doing Plug when I was 20.
Dan. Plug had a poster of Limp Bizkit in their rehearsal room, framed in a sort of golden portrait, and I remember you guys doing like a little
kiss our hands, touch the poster.
a prayer to the gods. Yeah.
And whenever you were at a crossroads with the band, you would all link arms in a circle and just get in close to each other and just say, "What would Fred Durst do?"
Break,
and then all kiss.
Break stuff.
Oh, James Brown. He was good.
Yes, I like that.
He was good.
On stage. No, what if I ain't been paid? I ain't going on stage. That's great.
I like that manager. I like his attitude. Unfortunately, completely undercut by his artists. No. What you're hearing there that's a James Brown tribute act. James is not going on stage until I get paid. Pay me my fucking money.
It made me think of like the other, like all of the kind of various like bits of fashion that I'd completely forgotten about from that time. So like, you remember like the puka shells? They were a big thing for a while. Frosted tips, they were big. The big wide jeans. The backward, the Fred Durst kind of baseball caps, all of that kind of stuff. The single goatee, no one, like not the whole thing, but just the chin, the chin itself.
The chin and the
soul patch.
Yeah.
No one dares. No one dares with that look these days, do they?
Rest in peace, Darius Nash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen adult Fred Durst now?
Yeah,
No.
I have. He's had a few different looks.
Take a 5-second little moment just to Google Fred Durst now.
What's his,
quite exciting. You would not recognize that man as being Fred Durst.
Oh wow, yeah, he looks haunted.
Yeah, he looks like a sort of teacher of some kind, doesn't he? Like some kind of like history teacher or something.
He looks like a character from Breaking Bad, like one of the either drug adjacent or hitmen.
Don't do drugs, children.
Or you'll become a successful new metal band. This is the look that. This one is the one that I find most intriguing because
he's done the reverse of his original beard, isn't he?
Yes, he has.
He's actually completed the goatee minus the bottom section.
What I also am intrigued about is what are your thoughts on this? Is that a wig?
I don't know. It's quite wig-like, isn't it?
Well, because he was bald, wasn't he?
It is. Yeah, I think it is. Look at the Wikipedia entry. There's no way that hair is coming out of those follicles.
No, it's quite. Do you know Michael Fabricant?
Yes.
Is that the Conservative MP?
Yes.
Who is claiming he doesn't wear a wig?
Yeah. You know what? In a weird way, when you so obviously like when nothing could be more obviously a wig, I kind of I admire his balls and just being like,
it's not a wig, mate. It ain't a wig. It's something else.
It's something else. I'm not telling you what, but it ain't a wig.
It ain't a wig. It is alive and independent.
In fact, this is the thing that's making all the decisions. It's the bottom down that's a wig.
It's just levers.
If anything, I'm the wig.
Yeah.
Now, gentlemen, I've got a sleeping hedgehog on my lap.
Oh.
He's not very happy with me.
He's not happy with you. Why not?
Well, because he's trying to sleep, and we're on this podcast. It's loud. Come on, 80, come. Oh, he's grizzly. Come on, little man. No. Okay, I can't get him out without grizzling him up. He is here.
What's his name?
C.H. George.
C.H. George.
George.
Oh, look at him. He looks very cool.
Oh.
Hello. You're on the podcast. You're on Back Chat Frat, George. What do you think about that?
Dave White is not coming back after this.
Yeah, right. We've got a far funnier guest. and he's much more likely to be on the show as well.
When did Dave get back from Green Man?
I don't know. This week.
This is just idle speculation, but I'm wondering whether this headache has anything to do with a few days debauchery.
Yeah, he's done it to himself,
possible, isn't it? Yeah. Thursday, was it Thursday night?
Or to be fair, he was with Rog the entire time, so maybe he's just all talked out.
Yeah, right.
Just needs some quiet time.
Quiet time. Maybe the wind was a bit windy for him.
I hate it when the wind's windy. That really pisses me off.
Guys, the wind's a bit windy tonight. There's no way I can come on. It's messing with my eyes.
Is your hedgehog a pet, or did you find it on the street?
Yeah, it's a legit hedgehog pet.
You didn't buy it from the same place you got that bed, did you? Is it a dog with
They
spikes?
might have sent it over.
Did it come with a certificate of authenticity?
It might be a rat with a.
It might be a rat with
A rat in a
needles
parka.
covered in sewing needles.
Yeah. It's a legit. It's an African pygmy hedgehog.
Wow, well, he looks very cute. And what's the maintenance on a creature like that?
Oh, so legitly easily. He's quite happy just to hang about in his little area and shits all over a wheel and eats little mealworms.
Love it.
He's all right. This is his time. He's also a night creature.
Aha.
So
As
basically,
are you.
yeah. I mean, it's like basically, how could I get something that would fit my lifestyle better?
Maybe in a couple of years you'll upgrade to a badger, but for now,
Yeah, for now.
I think you should spring that on Beth. Say, look, we've already had one little cute night creature. You hear that scrabbling from the other door, like the sound of claws ripping at wood doors. That's our new little play.
A set.
Yeah.
I've got a Tasmanian devil. I'm confident it's going to work out.
Yeah, someone was getting rid of him, and Beth is a keen hedgehog lover, and she's had a hedgehog before, and she was like, "This needs homing. Can we home it?" And the answer was, "As long as we don't have to have any children, we can get a hedgehog."
Perfect.
Was that the answer?
That was my compromise. There should be no children from my loin. I shall only bear small woodland creatures. So yeah,
Fair enough. Well, you heard the
I did hear it, and I did.
you heard the drama from
dried my balls right up.
Yeah. So Dan was on the phone to me when Danny emerged from his room after I'd put him to sleep. He was like, I wake up now. I'm awake. I said, well, it's time to go to sleep now. And then Dan heard the, no, I don't sleep. I don't sleep. I don't sleep.
So,
Like you do every night. We go through the same. I love you, but we go through the same thing every night. You don't want to go to sleep. You're gonna go to sleep. You always go to sleep. Why do we have to have this little dance? Can we just skip past this?
Can we just get to the bit where you're asleep, please?
Yeah.
The next
Let's
2
skip-
hours, I don't
let's skip
enjoy
ahead.
a single minute of.
So one of the things I thought would be quite interesting is like every slapback I feel like it's quite nice to have a marker of time of what's happening now in the world, like a little debrief of like what's been going on. So
you want global affairs?
yeah, just as a kind of, if we ever come back to listen, if ever we come back to this as like a retrospective, it's quite nice to sort of have an idea of where we were, what we were doing, and what was happening in the world in our lives.
Yeah.
So
Are you talking South America, North America, or you want some more African-based affairs, or
I was hoping to our Zimbabwe correspondent.
Well, there's just been the election in Zimbabwe, hasn't there?
big
Where
election?
where the opposition leader has strongly contested the result, and that's led to some civil
Absolutely.
unrest.
Yep,
There you
it's
go.
an election.
Nice.
fever
Well,
in
actually, well done.
Zimbabwe. But no, I mean, I could talk to you about Chile or Nicaragua or Argentina.
Ooh.
Sorry, what was that
Any-
first one, Russ?
Chile.
Chile.
It's,
All right.
Chile. South America. Yeah, no, there's been it's hot at the moment.
Scotch
Is it?
Hot. Yeah. When I say hot, what I mean is in terms of political climate. The political climate is hot in
Oh yeah.
South America. as we move into the autumnal season of politics.
Traditional unrest.
Yeah. And then we move into the frosty, cold winter recess in La Paz.
Oh, La Paz.
So, I mean, just
what's your take on the old France situation, Russ?
Oh yeah, and I've got quite a controversial take on that. Actually, I'm against.
Yep, against France. Yep, you always have been.
Don't like them. Don't like the players.
Don't trust them.
No, I think if we're talking global affairs, we're talking Finland, right? We're talking the Finnish Prime Minister. Not Finnish.
I've just come back from Finland.
Right, have you?
Did you party? And what was your drug test results?
Yeah, what were your results?
I broke the test. They said this is.
They were like drugs up the wazoo.
They tested me. They saw that there were loads of drugs, and I thought I was in trouble. But turns out they just wanted to know if I was a cool guy.
Are you cool?
They were like, "Oh, so I see you're really cool. How about?" And then they pressed the button, and the laboratory just a disco ball slowly lowered, and then
you took your top off.
Yeah, and I took my top off. I knew the score at that point. As soon as I saw that disco ball, as soon as I saw that glittery bastard, I thought, yeah, it's time. And then they just started playing Daft Punk and
gyrating.
There was some gyrating. I went, you know what? I'm not going to go into details here. It's this was a public, a private gyration session for them. No, it was good. Yeah, but all that stuff came out about the Finnish Prime Minister having a bit of a party. Same time I was there. Coincidence? That's not for me to say.
The viewer, as the viewer, you decide.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is I was there at the same time.
And what were your other highlights of Finland?
Well, you know what? They like a sauna. They really like a sauna. That's not a stereotype. They're just bang into it. Everywhere's got a sauna. Saunas everywhere. The other thing about those saunas is, to be fair, I only went into one, but it was noticeably hotter than the saunas we have here. It might have been because when I go into a sauna, I like it hot. I'm a bit of a Billy Big Balls in a sauna. I think crank it up. I can take it. But so I always expect a sauna temperature to be quite low, and for me to have to put a load of water on and just ramp that baby up.
Because you're used to it hot. You need
it. I like it hot. Some like it hot. I like it hot.
Use some.
But so I opened the door to the sauna, and before I'd even really gauged the heat, I whacked a load of water on because I know the score. I've been in saunas.
Big mistake.
Yeah, big mistake. I couldn't sit on the top, this kind of top step bit. Could not. Tried to go up there. Felt like I was gonna die. Had to sit on the lower step, and I lasted, I think, probably about 12 minutes, and then I had to come out and pretend I'd enjoyed it because I made a big song and dance to Anya about getting 15 fucking minutes to myself to go into sauna, and then I went into the sauna. It's like, no, you have Danny. Like I've said, I want to go into the sauna. I'm banging on about going into the sauna. I want to go into the sauna. I went into the sauna, and I thought, yeah, this is absolutely devastating. This is too hot, but I'm going to have to stay in here for, at least 10 to 15 minutes because I've been such a prima donna about this. Did not enjoy it.
I like to think that on arrival, just as you splashed over the extra water to ramp the temperature up, a big, huge fat guy loosely wearing a towel with his legs spread open just said, "Welcome to Finland.
Come sit with Big Daddy." I went to Spa. So I'd had a hard year last year, like COVID.
Oh yeah, kind of a hard year, mate.
I had a hard year, mate. Last year it was quite hard. Well, I did have a hard year. And so she bought us a spa day at the Scarlet, which is like it's kind of an adults only spa place. That's a kind of sexy spa.
Naked
spa.
It's a sexy spa.
Sexy spa.
So it's done.
What differentiates it from a normal spa? How does it get sexy?
The whole building is shaped. If you Google it now, you can call it up if you want, Joe. It's the Scarlet.
Call it up, Joe.
Call up the view from above, like the Scarlet Cornwall, whatever, bird's eye view.
Is it shaped in the shape of an erect penis?
Yeah. That is actually the case, sadly. And I was like, I need to go to this place. Send me to the spa that looks like a big dong.
Do they do that deliberately?
I don't know. I'm not sure. So we went to the spa, and like our spa day involved some treatments. One of the treatments was this room, which was like a sauna, and oh my god, I can't handle it. Sauna is just like undoes my. Yeah, there you go.
It is. There you go.
There's its dong, and that's the.
Oh yeah.
And those are the seminal drops. Yeah,
Not bad.
So
that's where we went.
So
sexy spa.
But how does it get sexy? I still don't
Well,
understand. When I go in buildings shaped like penises, obviously I'm up for it.
Obviously. That's the first thing. Well, the first thing they do is the woman who greets you has got her tits out, and she's like,
Ooh, strong start. That'll indicate.
It's just got a kind of adults only vibe. But it's in fact, we played as Company B at the Scarlet for New Year's Eve one year, and
it got sexy.
And it got real sexy. And they've got these it's just got kind of adult only vibe about it. Kind of like
you keep saying that.
Well,
you're big on description.
It has a notorious. I can't really give any details. If I have to explain the details, then
eyes wide shut.
It goes without saying the sexy nature of it. If you need the sexy nature explained, then I'm not sure.
Is it when you enter?
Hello.
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 Is it when you enter the building? Okay. Is it when you enter the building, there's one of those if you are this tall, you're allowed in sort of statuesque figures, and then you're saying it's adult only, so it's rammed up at 5'8".
Yeah, and I was just got in. I accidentally showed my winky woo to somebody by accident after swimming.
This sounds.
And when we say by accident,
did you tap your nose and go, "Don't worry, adults only"?
Adults only. Well, we were getting out of the swimming pool. I was getting changed, and basically there's it's like a black. The glass is like sort of what's it called? Like tinted glass, but it's tinted the other way, so it's actually sort of see through this side, but it's like tinted the other way. And I was getting changed, and I was trying to sort of be sort of mindful about being the fact that I'm in front of a big glass thing, but the old fella snuck out, and I didn't.
They're liable to do that.
Yeah, well.
When I was in Finland, the hotel room we were in, we went to two places, Tampere and Helsinki. And in Helsinki, the room had a kind of semi-transparent, kind of opaque. Is that the right word? So you can still see the outline of things through the door.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like blurred, like a blurred image, but you can still see basically what's going on. Anyway, so that was the toilet door. So you'd close the door, but you could still see that the toilet was right by the kind of frosted glass, like blurred glass kind of door.
It's going to make a crafty wank very difficult in that sense.
Impossible, Russ. Absolutely impossible. But also, so when you're having a poo, you're sitting down, and you are like you're exactly kind of next to the door, so you're basically just like on absolute display. Now, any kind of semblance of privacy is long since gone between me and Anya in terms of weeing and defecation and stuff like that. And if
romance is not dead,
no, in fact, it's ramped up since then. that's the only thing keeping us alive.
I've got a big load coming. Do you want to come up and get the sexy?
To be fair, it's really since Danny, because
he the toilet first, please.
It's since Danny, because Danny just opens the toilet door. Like, he doesn't like you to lock it. If you lock it, he's just like banging on it. So, whenever you're going to the toilet, he's going to come and open that door, and he's just going to stand there. And anyone who else, if Anya's walking by or I'm walking by, you're gonna see what's going on in there. Anyway, so I wasn't that bothered about it from that respect, because I know Anya has seen far worse kind of toilet time from me. But she opened the door. But we were meeting some friends in Finland, in Helsinki. So Anya's best friend from Russia drove over from St. Petersburg, and I'm on the toilet doing my toilet time. They knock on the door. I'm in a basically transparent door, and she just like lets them in. And I'm just like sitting there like, there's no, and you have to walk past the toilet to get into the room. I was like, what?
Did you wave?
What on earth do you think you're doing? Could you not say like, oh yeah, we'll be out in a bit? And I come into the room.
Come in, don't worry about it.
Joe's he's just having a very visible shit.
Don't worry, that's just the outline of Joe. So
also, it's all in, like a hotel room. It's all in the same room, really. It's just kind of blocked up. So you're going to hear the noises. You're going to see the smell. Let's cut out the middleman and just open up that door. Come one, come all.
Oh, that's a big shit.
Yeah, who wants to have a look at what you've been hearing? You've seen the sights, you've heard the sounds.
And you just go, no, come in. Man, turn the TV off. Joe's on the toilet. All right.
Strap go.
Do you want to see something really cool?
Yeah. Love it. So we went to this Scarlet,
the sexy venue.
Spa.
Are we still at New Year's Eve, or are we?
No, this is two separate things. So we played there for one New Year's Eve. I arrived there for New Year's Eve gig, started setting up, realised that I hadn't brought my uniform. Drove all the way home.
Uniform.
Yeah, drove all the way home for my uniform. So I got there, arrived there, unpacked, realised I didn't have my uniform, drove all the way home, drive all the way back, and Diston, by the time I got back, Diston was like, I've got a spare uniform in the car. Not happy.
That's quite funny, to be fair.
Yeah, sexy spa. I didn't like the sauna. I can't do the sauna. We had one of our treatments was in the sauna room. The treatments involve like sort of clay mud stuff that you're supposed to sort of smother. It's sort of it's like a sensual massage. You're supposed to do this to each other in this thing.
Okay.
But basically, it's like,
see, they're mugging you off there, mate. That's like,
because
here's the thing. Now you fucking do it.
Oh yeah,
you do your own treat.
It's more sexy if you do it for yourselves. So
here's a barcode at the end. Scan it on the way out.
Yeah. We've paid £100 for a massage. How about we provide you massage oil, and it'll be all sexy if you do it, and we're just off out for a KFC. You get on with it.
This is a new Amazon subscription service. So what you do is we
own
the buildings. Yeah, we own the buildings, right? You pay for Amazon Prime. What you do is you go in, you massage yourself. You don't have to pay any cash. No cash changes hand whatsoever. You massage yourself. You you bring your own towels in. Do the job.
Pay us.
Pay me.
I might start that here. I mean, like, we're getting into that now, aren't we, with Tesco's, where you go to the checkout. They've also got the ones where you go around with a scanner, you collect your shopping, you scan your shopping as you're going around, then you pay them for the privilege of it.
Oh, mate, I went to Tesco's the other day, and the guy goes, "You just nip out the back, we've got a new self-service thing, self-serve stocking." Here's the Tesco's outfit. Just pop this little badge on, little name badge, little pair of navy trousers, little Tesco's hat. And I'm like, oh, it's all self-service. He goes, yeah, all self-service. And there's 16 kilograms of dog food. in different boxes, maybe like half a ton of dog food. He goes, yeah, it's all self-service, mate. Self-serve that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I didn't come in for dog food. Yeah. Just pop that on the shelves. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Help out. Help out in it.
So now I've got a Tesco's pension, all self-service. So I've got to do a couple of shifts at the weekend, all self-service. Fucking
loving it. Loving life. I love it. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? They've opened up a self-service hospital the other day.
That's nice.
That's what I got.
They give you a scalpel and say that would be £150 for a vasectomy. Good luck.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. We got
you go in.
You get a YouTube tutorial.
Open the scrotum. Yeah.
You go in and you got there's a desk and there's a hammer, scalpel, and some bandages. And sometimes you go and say, "I'm not even ill." And they go, "Well, that's what hammer's for, mate." It's all self-service.
Why have you got to throw up problems when we're throwing up solutions?
Yeah. Work with us. Work with us. Yeah. So, anyway, I was getting back to this idea that we're just going to give a little data download.
Is that the hedgehog?
Hello.
Oh, some intrigue.
What the hell is that? That's exciting. One sec. Let me go and investigate what's going on. We can have some real-time investigative.
This sounds like this.
Dan.
Behind you.
Can you take the computer setup with you? This is really frustrating. What you need there is like a big breakfast cam to kind of follow you on the street.
We need a steady cam, don't we?
We need a steady cam. I've been saying that about Slapback for quite a long time. Guys, this is getting stale. We need a steady cam. We need, in fact, what we need is us all, maybe us three, maybe Dave included, static, and then Ollie, our man on the street with a steady cam.
Ironic for him, really, but it would be nice to have a steady cam.
If anything, if we get a steady cam and some kind of image stabilization, for the first time in his adult life, he'll be kind of still.
I would love to set Ollie up as like a sort of Keith Chegwin, like man on the street. That would
absolutely,
yes.
Brilliant. How good would this podcast be if Ollie was just live and loose? Like the peep show cameras.
Yeah. Investigating various dangerous subcults.
Yeah, if we could get a sort of Keith Chegwin meets Louis Theroux / Dick Fontaine setup, I would be in sweet, sweet heaven. I'm really curious about what this noise is.
What was it?
I still don't know.
Is it continuing?
Yeah.
Oh, Russ is on the move as well.
Yeah. I'm going
on the move.
Right, I'm going to be back. I'll be right back. I still don't know what it is. I wondered if it was like a helicopter or something.
Not in Cornwall, mate.
Very strange.
So I've been on annual leave this week, Russ.
That's exciting.
Well, yes, the prospect was very exciting, but annual leave in the sense that Anya's away in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Danny has been at nursery Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Did you say
holidays?
Did you say you want annual leave or annual leave?
Well, both, because she's in Russia. Danny's been at nursery for 3 days, so he's at home on a Monday and Friday. But so for the first time in a very long, years, in fact, I was going to have time by myself, and I was thinking, what am I going to do with this time? I could do absolutely anything. There was talk about me driving over to Wales, going to the beach, maybe going surfing, going to the cinema by myself in the day, doing all this. Anyway, mate,
Seinfeld.
I fucked it. I fucked it so hard. I've really not made any use of it whatsoever. There were various things that roadblocked me. One was mostly
you.
It is me.
If it had to boil down to one thing, yeah.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, I'll tell you the reasons why. There are various reasons why, but basically, I've sat in the flat for 3 days eating pizza and drinking beer every night and failing to find anything that I actually want to watch on Netflix, and then just watching Seinfeld. So basically, I take Danny to nursery in the morning, just put on some stained jogging bottoms. I just, as soon as Anya goes away, I just go to shit. It's just I'm not going to change my pants. I can probably wear the same clothes for a few days running. And it's I'm turning up at nursery. The quality of my interaction has just gone way down. There's various things. Yeah. Here's Danny. Yeah.
Don't see anyone you know. Get out.
Yeah.
I'll be back. I'll be drunk. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not. To be fair, I'm not drinking in the day, but I'm waking up not in the best state. That's I'm having a few beers in the evening. Struggling to find anything to watch, but still staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning, surfing the old YouTube until eventually I'll pass out. All of the stuff I can't usually do, but I had all these visions of great things I could do with my time. I was going to write songs. I was going to record. As I said, I was going to go to the beach, go surfing, all of this stuff. And I've completely fucked it, and it's over. And now I've got Danny for the day tomorrow, and it's what have I done? So the first thing was so I had Tuesday was the first day, and I thought basically I had some work left over that I hadn't managed to do because I was in Finland, just little bits and pieces. But instead of just going, okay, well, I'm going to stay up on Monday night, crack on with it, get it done, and then I've got the days free. What I've done is just let it hang over me for every single day. So I've not enjoyed any day because I'm I've got to fucking do that work. Took about 3 hours, but every single day I was okay, no, you're not going to go out today because you just got to finish the work. Then you can enjoy your time.
Tomorrow, you could do it tomorrow.
Exactly, it's always do it tomorrow. But because I've had to do it, I'm no, stay home, just do the work, and then you can enjoy your time. And then I haven't done it. Today I finished it, and it's well, now it's fucking over, you absolute idiot. And then there was one day that I thought okay, no, you've said to yourself, you told Anya you're going to go to the cinema. Didn't want to go to the cinema anymore. Just wanted to sit in my underpants and watch Seinfeld again. But said I told Anya, I'm going to go to the cinema by myself today because that was one of the things I said I was going to do. Always wanted to go to the cinema by myself.
For years, this has been an ambition of yours.
Yeah, I mean, it really has. It's such a low bar ambition. But I thought, no, I'm going to go. And there's this new Bullet Train film.
I've seen Bullet Train. It's really good. It's
the kind of movie. I managed that Annie wouldn't want to watch.
Yes,
well.
Yeah, probably.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I knew that I had to. I had the other reason that I couldn't do as much in the day was because on Wednesday and Thursday I had one meeting each in the middle of the day, which I had booked myself because there was, long story short, there's 2 people that I'm supervising for their dissertation that I'm quite concerned about, and it's getting very close to the submission deadline, and I wanted to kind of be there to help them out because I think they're struggling a bit. So Anya said, fuck, basically fuck them, you're on annual leave. you don't have to do that. And she's absolutely right. That's what annual leave is about, not doing any work. But I kind of felt guilty anyway. So the first one was on Tuesday, in the middle of the day. So I thought, well, I'll go to the cinema. No, it was on Wednesday, sorry. So I didn't do anything on Tuesday because I thought I was going to do some work. Didn't do any work. Then on Wednesday, I had this one meeting in the middle of the day with this guy doing his masters. And I thought, okay, well, I've told Anya I'm going to the cinema now. So don't want to do it, but I'll make myself do it because then I can tell her that I've done something. Like, what have you done with your time? I went to the, got something to say. That was quite a big deal. I drove to the cinema, and then it was all sold out. So I had to just drive home again because I didn't think about. I thought, who's going to the cinema in the middle of the day?
Everybody. That's all the dads.
Oh, yeah. So then I had to drive home again. But the thing is, it was quite a long way to the cinema. So it was all in all, it was like an hour round trip just for nothing. And then the other thing was I had a meeting, another dissertation meeting in the middle of the day today. So I thought, well, I can't go like to Wales and go to the beach. Like I said, it was raining anyway, so I probably wouldn't have done that. But I could have done something a bit more ambitious, but it was dead in the middle of the day. And the student didn't turn up. So I was just like sitting there like an absolute chump, like doing a nice thing by taking time out of my annual leave to try and help them out. And they didn't come. There might be a good reason for that. But anyway, the day frittered away, and I've wasted my time, and I can't help thinking that I want annual leave, I want to be by myself, but I don't deserve it because I don't make any use of this time. I don't deserve to have free time because when does it end?
When does it end?
Well, it feels like a metaphor for life, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I wish I could empathize with you, but let me describe to you what my week has been. I've been off work too for the whole week. I have had plans. I'm between jobs at the moment. Quit my old job a little while ago. Got a new job coming on soon.
Shit.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's a story for another day. But I had lined this week up a bit like you had, thinking I can do some things here. I can really do something. I can write that novel.
Come on, Rossi. This is your time.
Write that novel. Do that opera. Now we go. And again, I think what's happened with both of us is we've made exactly the same mistake. I had 3 things that I needed to achieve in the week. I think I've only done one of them. And those 3 things were I had to go into town to London on Tuesday to meet a prospective client, so a work thing. I actually did do that in the end. Second thing was I had 2 guys coming around to value the house because we're selling the house. And the third thing is got to book a test drive. Drive a car
Maserati.
Yeah, to impress local people. Don't even need a new car. And there's 3 things for the. And when I look at it now, a bit like you at the mountain of Thursday night, so I could have done all 3 of those things on Monday morning and had an insanely brilliant week of fun. What I've done is I've drip fed those things throughout the week. Not even done them all. It's only 3 things. I haven't done the hotel range. Done the car. I've booked a test.
What are you guys still working on? Is Friday still annual leave?
I've still got tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got Danny tomorrow. So that's
let's make a promise.
I'm one up on Joe because I haven't got Robin, but I fucked it absolutely. I'm not gonna can't book a car test drive in before the end of the week.
Russ, get any car and to say it was wrong. It was wrong car. It was totally wrong. It wasn't for me.
So that's where we're at, right? What do you do? And in a way, like you, I've enjoyed it. There is enjoyment in there. There has been some.
I'm not sure I really enjoyed it, actually.
How many seasons of Seinfeld have you got through?
Well, not maybe 2. but
You started from the beginning.
48 episodes or something, isn't it? No,
maybe 1.5. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I would say that today I felt so depressed. Like, I felt so low. I really did. It's like I was just sat there this morning going like you fucking chump, you absolute bozo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you've had all this time. And I just like, instead of enjoying like the laziness of it, I was just like beating myself up for not having done anything with it. So I couldn't even enjoy the free time. So I was just like, you don't fucking, you little worm. You don't deserve to have free time. You moan about like how busy you are all the time, and you get the free time, and you're just like,
don't even know what to do.
oh, yeah.
Don't know how to have fun anymore.
I don't know how to have fun. I just spent ages looking at Netflix for like, I don't think I want to. I don't know what to watch. I don't think I want to watch anything on here. Maybe I'll just spend the evening scrolling through potential films to watch. I ended up watching fucking Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise.
Cool. That's a low, poor film to have picked from the
It
entire
really is.
library.
I just wanted something easy, like a bit of action. Like, I wasn't looking for anything too taxing.
That John McAfee documentary, get that in your life.
Well, again, he's finding out Thursday
I felt
night.
so bad after watching Jack Reacher. I felt so bad.
Now, if you want to carry that vibe of Jack Reacher over, Amazon have got the Jack Reacher TV series with another man, not Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you could do that. More strong arms and action. No, there was a moment this morning where I did it's slightly different for me because Rachel has been here. She's been working, which is a different vibe. But I was going in nursery. I had some flip flops, some shorts, a grey raincoat with a hood on, a pair of sunglasses because it just started raining, but it was also bright. And Rachel just said to me, "You can't go to nursery wearing that." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I need to." The day's starting. I can't even wrap myself up to A, get dressed, B, come back from nursery. I'll go back to bed, just lie down, slob around. 11 o'clock, eat some breakfast, and then before you know, it's like, oh, I've got to do nursery pickup in 4 hours.
But that's the other thing. That's the other thing. I mean, like, no offense to the kids, but like, I kind of thought that, like, okay, I drop Danny off at like before 9, pick him up at 5. Like, I do that other days, but I'm like, I have the whole day at work, and my God, that day drags. There's a lot of time in that day. When you're doing nothing, that just zips by.
I'll tell you what the worst point is as well. It's 2:30. 2:30, you go, well, I can't start anything new because I've got to go pick up a fucking kid in 2.5 hours. So,
and 2:30 is basically 3, which is basically 4, which is 5.
So I could watch another episode of whatever. I mean, the thing I'm watching is Only Murders in the Building on Disney Plus with Steve Martin.
Oh, is that any good? Are you enjoying that
program? Yeah, it's a beautiful program, but it's not helping. It's not good for the soul. Too much of that stuff, is it?
I think you know what I think. I think I've had almost this exact same conversation with you guys on this podcast before. I've had time off. Anya's gone away, and what I've done with it is just like revert completely. But like because it's the give me the ball, don't want the ball, because all I want to do is like slob around, eat shit, drink beer, do nothing, watch TV. Like, that's what I think about like 99% of the time. Like, that's what I want to do. And then I think a day of it is kind of beautiful, maybe even 2 days. But when you get to that 3,
it's very deadly, isn't it?
It's 4 days, you start to kind of go downhill a bit. Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't give you what you want really, which is soul nourishment. When I had like last year when I was unemployed for large parts of the time, I had months of that. Do you know what I mean? I'd like a month where I was just like, I'm off every day, and it just makes you sad, doesn't it? It just like really grinds your gears. And in that period, I didn't have any money, so it was like even worse. Couldn't enjoy anything. Just like, it's just
no. I think in a way that pandemic situation was good in that it made you appreciate. Everyone appreciate the value of work and structure, see the value of people who you think you hate, but actually it's really nice to see them, and see
freedoms,
just stuff happening all the time. And yeah, when you take it away, slightly too much holiday or nothing planned, it's like it just crumbles so quickly.
It really does. But the lesson I failed to learn from the pandemic, after being locked inside for the better part of a year and a half, was that when I get my free time, I would have thought, like, after all of that, you'd be like, got some free time,
go out,
go outside, do some nice stuff. You liked it.
You're free.
You can do this. It's like, but now, after all that, I get my first taste of free time. It's like, yeah, I'm probably just going to sit on the sofa for a bit, then I'll sit on the bed for a bit, and then
when they have baby elephants, right, they stake a little bit of rope in the ground, and basically the baby elephant is not strong enough to pull the stake out, so it learns that it's tethered to the ground. When it grows to be older, it remembers that tether. Do you think that's what's happened to you a little bit? Do you think the pandemic was the baby elephant incident?
No, this behaviour was pre-existing the pandemic for sure.
But we killed Russ. Are you all right? This isn't going to be live death like what we had with Fonz on the podcast.
The particularly weird thing I find is, like, as speaking as a father, it's I'm constantly feel in the position of, like, I don't feel like an adult, like, but you have to do adult stuff. But, like, I still find it really weird, or a little bit kind of discombobulating, when people go, oh, Danny's dad, how are you? And it's like, oh fuck yeah, I'm a father, and I do all this stuff day to day because that's what you have to do. Don't really think about it, but occasionally I get that thought of, like, oh fuck, how am I involved in this? Like, how am I in charge of this? But that feeling really ramps up when the only people you speak to in the day are the nursery staff, when you drop him off when you're hungover, and pick him up when you spent a day watching Seinfeld, eating pizza, and failing to do anything. And you're like,
boy.
Hello, I'm an adult in charge of a child.
Yeah, I got this. I'm a proper dad.
Yeah, that's an uneasy interaction, definitely. I think you there's got to be something in the middle. If it's just foam in the middle, just like squirty cream, and you can see and you know how much work they've done today because they've been at the nursery,
yes.
And you've just been, I dropped them off, I'm paying you, I come pick them up. Oh, you must have something that very important that you have to, or when they say, like, and this was they say sometimes to me, oh, Daddy's got to go to work. Daddy's got to go. Quick, go. Come on, give me a cuddle. Daddy's got to go to work. So, no,
no, I don't. As
soon as I get out of it, I'm skipping home to bed. I do not get out of it. And yeah, I think that's if anything, to have a week like this,
Daddy
good.
loves you. Daddy loves you. I absolutely could be looking after you.
I would rather pay somebody else to do it if I have all the free time and facilities to do it myself. Don't want it.
I'm not even massively enjoying the time by myself, but you know what? Still worth it to pay someone else to do it.
There's too many layers of bad things that have been, but the solace I take is that you have a week like this, and the next week, you are cooking on gas, right?
You think when you go back to work, you're going to be cooking on gas?
I think so, because I've been cooking on
like cigarettes.
I've been cooking in like a verdant green jungle where nothing will light. Been cooking on that for a week. I need to go back to
very
propane.
Muggy, very moisture heavy environment.
Yeah, and eating raw plantains. Need to start cooking some food.
Yeah, like when I go, what I'm a little bit concerned about is when I go back, I'm going back hot, because I hired someone, the first person I've ever hired, the first person who is under my domain. I've always been someone.
Minions.
Yeah, my first minion. I've always been under someone else's, control. But now she's working on my project, and I got the money to hire her. So that's, but a bit like being. I'm not saying I'm a father,
Not saying that.
but a bit like being, Danny's dad. I don't feel like, just like I kind of, when people say, "Oh, Danny's dad," I think, "Oh God, if only you knew what I was really like." Like I feel like I'm gonna go back and have to be like, "Yeah, don't worry, I know, yeah, it's all under control, it's all up here. Don't you worry about that." But this is the first day I will have met her, because she joined just before I went on annual leave. So I'm going back in hot. Like, I'm going to go in.
And you can start your week with like, so what have you been doing while I've been on annual leave? Show me, fill me in. Show me what you've been up to.
I think what you need to do is get like a desk chair and roll over to her and just go like, and then just say to her, I'm not really, don't think of me as your boss. I'm more of a, if you had to describe me, chilled out entertainer, right? And then just
don't think about me like your boss. Think about me like a,
kind of like your daddy,
like a president. Come, daddy.
Cool daddy.
Like daddy president.
So I think that's probably your attitude. Just just bring it in. Technically I am your superior. The word and the meaning is superior, but at the end of the day, I like a beer. I'm a party guy.
Pass the reefer. I'm down.
Just been just like every so often, just lean over and just say things like, "Do you see Billie Eilish at Glastonbury?" "Yeah, I watched that."
Yeah, man.
Really good. She's got some. Yeah. I've just been listening to the latest. What's that band? What's that new band? Yeah, them. Yeah.
BTS. Yeah,
actually, I actually really like them. Yeah, actually do. Actually, really do like a lot of music. I play in a band? Actually, yeah. It's just
funny you should ask.
Funny. Did you what?
Yeah,
it's just originals and shit, just songs I write out of my head because I'm an artist, I suppose I'm a. So you see me here, you see the shirt, you see the tie, you see the big boss man who's got it all mapped out. You see the career, you see the Skoda Fabia parked out front. You see
I've made it. Yeah, I've made it.
But what you're actually seeing is Picasso. This is Picasso. And I'm working for the man because I have to. But what I'm really doing is I'm creating art here. As your superior.
You see the shirt, the tie. This is just camouflage. It's just camouflage, baby. Take off the tie, and it's pure rock and roll. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about.
If it were up to me,
we'll have that project meeting in a minute. I haven't finished.
If it were up to me, it'd be tie dye, not tie. That's my. I said to the bosses, just do it tie dye. I'm fucking. We're like 69. That was my first festival.
I first smoke a doobie.
Yeah, we could we could have a project meeting, or I could play you a song I wrote. How about that? Why don't we connect as humans? Hey, tell you what. Why don't we just make up a rap, and I'll
start every meeting with just a little free-form jazz rap between us. You go, I'll go, you go. Let's just take it Jazzy Jeff Fresh Prince styling.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing some stand-up. Yeah, probably going to start doing stand-up. Yeah, that's just.
I got a little comedy podcast. Not many watchers.
It's pretty exclusive. Yeah, I do a comedy podcast. Yeah, I suppose I am. Yeah, I suppose I do improv. Actually, yeah, in a way, I'm doing it now.
It's all improv in a way.
First lesson of improv, it's all improv, love. I don't write down what I'm going to say. I don't think like I'm going to meet this girl. I've got to write this out.
I'm just doing this.
This is just coming out. It's jazz.
Anyway, tell me about you. No,
give it away now.
Not what's on your CV. Tell me about you. So that scene in The Office where he's like, boring. I want to know what makes you tick.
Oh, it's the dream, isn't it?
And the weaknesses.
Look at how this power's changed you.
And the weaknesses you've put eczema.
But in all seriousness, I'm really nervous about being like a boss. I don't know how to. I've never done it.
I start by drilling down authority straight away.
I feel a great sense of responsibility, and
I think Dan's right, and what he's saying, it really is Cuban heels. If you could go in with just a couple extra inches in height,
mate, I'm gonna need platforms if I'm gonna have any superiority from height, like maybe stilts. Can it be like secret stilts
with business trousers and a really high waist?
Just going 7 foot tall. Just
Are you on someone's piggyback?
Are you on stilts? What are you,
No, mate.
What are you talking about? Are you on drugs? I'm not on stilts. Got really,
It's a mandatory drug
got
test.
really thin bottom legs.
Really thin, hollow, rotten legs.
It's a condition. It's a condition, all right?
Yeah, it's how I identify.
Also, sometimes it means that my height varies a lot by a couple of foot. So if I'm, 5'8" tomorrow, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. That's all in your head. I identify.
I don't let it bring me down. When I'm 7 foot or 5'8", just don't let it worry you. That's just something for me and my doctor to worry about.
Listen, I'm a short man, but I identify as a giant. So
I identify
as Andre the Giant. Okay.
I identify as a 6'4" Hollywood hunk, and I don't want you to contradict my identity because that's how I see myself. So if you wouldn't mind if you wouldn't mind being impressed by me,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just greet me as wow. You're so tall.
I identify as Brad Pitt in 1997.
Yeah.
So if you could just
Look, if you
Brad
just
Pitt
ignore-
from Fight Club.
yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
Good times.
Well, I mean, I think you got it down. I don't think you need any further coaching from us.
Well, I'll fill you in on how it goes.
That'd be good to know.
Booked a meeting in.
Have you got a room?
Mate, I've got my own room. I've got my own office now.
There you go. Living the dream.
Soul Billy Big Balls.
So occupancy.
They told me, they said, so this was a
name
bit
tag
of
on the front of the door.
yeah, big time. But they
Shit.
told me you're a lecturer now. You get your own office, and I thought, God, really
Made it.
made it. They showed me the office. It doesn't have a fucking window. It's a real,
It used to say cleaning cupboard.
pretty much. It does have a skylight, but it doesn't have a window. And the skylight is such that it's that kind of dirty old kind of plastic where you can't really you can, it lets light in, but there's no detail. You couldn't tell what color the sky is particularly. It's just it lets the light in, but you can't see anything out of it. Maintenance are looking into whether it's possible to open it or not. So that's I'll keep you informed about that as well.
Yeah. You
Our first project today, as your manager, is
to get Velux windows installed in my office.
Yeah.
In my
Operation
cupboard,
Light.
my office.
I don't like you're telling me you're saying it doesn't have an outer wall, so that a window's not possible. All I'm hearing is problems. I want to hear solutions.
Smash through.
Smash through the wall.
Put a wall up. Smash through it.
You're putting metaphorical walls up where the actual walls are. Come on, use your initiative.
Absolutely. My first fucking thing as a lecturer is make the walls have windows. I like it.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a kind of fall from grace pretty early on.
I love that we've been going this long that you've finally you've reached the pinnacle of.
Well, no, that's the thing.
Your own office.
I haven't, because
Oh, wait a minute.
What you realise?
This might be
very,
as far as you ever get. So maybe you have reached the pinnacle.
No. No. You're absolutely right. I'm not even beginning to dispute that. But what you realise when you get a lectureship is that like everything is still so hierarchical. So like the whole of academia is like hierarchical. You got like master's students look up to PhD students who look up to postdocs who look up to
Bowser,
fellows who look up to lecturers and readers, and so when you become a lecturer you kind of think like, God, I've got my permanent job, got my office, but actually you're the very bottom. You're just at the next stage, but then you're at the very bottom of the rung again, of the ladder. So
this whole ladder system is a lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in another couple of years I'm hoping for that fucking window. Gonna get myself a little window.
When am I
your way up?
When do I get on board on this gravy train? I've been saying gravy train to you since.
Mate, when do I get on board on a gravy train? I haven't got a fucking window. What are you talking about?
To me, you're still my hero. You've got an office. You've got a minion. I just see that as like the greatest achievements of our generation.
You got a whole band though, Dan. You got a band of minions.
I know, but
you're supporting Elbow.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Bitch.
I'm yeah, ish.
No, I said bitch.
Oh, bitch. Yeah, we're not really though, because we're underneath the band that won't even come around my house.
Yeah, the band from Pennsylvania, like the bass player of the band from Pennsylvania.
Not even the band. The bass player won't even come around my house because they're too big.
The manager, yeah,
too big. I can't wait till I'm that high up the bill that I can also turn down coming around people's houses for a podcast because I'm too big and I've got a manager.
As you said earlier, you would have been absolutely within your rights to say, mate, you live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You're not Billy Big Balls yet.
Wind it down.
Well, once you're living in Truro, all right, fair play.
Different deal.
Understood, sir. Yeah.
Understood. I wouldn't even have talked to you if you were living in Truro.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, crazy.
No, you're on par with a sofa. A sofa. What are these things at the edge of a sofa called? Arch.
What, arm?
Sofa arm. You're on par with a sofa arm. Supporting elbow.
That's the dream.
Nice.
That's the dream, isn't it?
No, it's good. Yeah. That's a great gig. Great gig. Looking forward to you doing that.
Yeah, well,
hearing about it.
To put it into context, because in case we all forget, so prior to this, our drummer's just fallen through a roof, and we are like at this very moment in time, 4 days away from this gig. What is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days away from this gig, and I haven't rehearsed with the potential drummer that's going to be the drummer for that gig. And the last gig we played at was, I felt like it was bad taking money for the gig we did without our drummer. It felt bad. We had another drummer play, and
not the drummer who's going to play this time.
No, a different one. And he was hell of a good for the fact that he had no rehearsal and he learnt the songs in an hour or whatever. But it was not a good gig. We weren't good. It felt bad.
Did anyone say anything about it?
I
Did you get any crowd feedback?
We told them that our drummer had fallen through a roof that morning.
I think the crowd don't notice, honestly.
It was quite bad. It felt like there was a band playing and a drummer playing, and they were not playing in.
As Russ says, I think like a lot of people really don't notice / aren't paying attention. But have you ever, playing in a band? This goes for you as well, Russ. Have you ever played like, so when people really notice is when it all grinds to a halt and it's like, okay, the song has to stop. Have you ever played in a band where like the worst case scenario has happened and you just like all had to go, yeah, this isn't, can we start again? Have you ever had anything like that?
Well, the only thing I'd say is that this is slightly similar to that, but slightly different, is that I played in Colonel Bastard for many years, I don't know, 5 years, and I played some sensational gigs, right? I played some lead guitar, some rhythm guitar, I'd learnt the parts, turned up, had a drink, played note for note. It was sort of distorted, free spirit of a roll. and added an extra layer to that band that brought them, to the next level. Supporting the Killers, we were scheduled to support. We ended up supporting Block Party. We were a big band in the 90s. So I've got photos of these things.
Yeah.
Now, what happened? Maybe 3 or 4 gigs from the last gig I ever did was somebody filmed the gig. Now, on this particular night, I think I hadn't practiced or learnt the songs in a while. Maybe it had been 2 or 3 months between gigs, and I thought, I've got this nailed. And on that particular night, maybe I'd had a little bit too much to drink, and I think I was playing the parts to certain. So I was playing the wrong parts to the wrong songs, and on the night it went down brilliantly because, as I say, Dan, nobody knows or pays or any attention. However, the thing was filmed, and Martin from the band was like, I cannot believe he's been doing this for 5 years. This is so shit. And it was atrocious. I mean, I was not even paying. I was trying to pick up the key of the song by playing notes. Trying to work out
that kind of ding, ding.
And that was wrong time. I was like, wrong key. And then just trying to make up for that with like really outrageous moves that were not part of the routine.
That's the danger, isn't it? When you're like, when you're not really, when you fucked up a few times, you kind of think, you know what, I need to do something really, really like, bit of, to make up from this. But then no one wants that because that's not what's in the song,
So I was trying to turn it into a jazz thing, by putting in those extra notes. But what happened is if you see the recordings, I'm just trying to work out what song we're playing. And it's very obvious at one point that I'm playing another song for 3/4 of the song, playing the complete wrong song, and it's the guitar parts from another song. I just don't even know. I don't even care. And the crowd loving it. And that was, for me, one of those moments where I was just like, I was so embarrassed because the perception was that I've been doing that the entire time. And let me tell you this, some nights
not true.
I elevated that band to another level with the guitar work I was doing. On this particular
Where's
night,
the evidence, Russ? That's all I'm saying. Where's the evidence? Show me the footage of those other times. Oh, yeah. Just the one time it was filmed. That's just the one time it happened to be that you fucked that band in the ass.
Royally, yeah. So I feel bad about that. It happens, these things. When you don't put the effort in.
In El Majestico, we came. There was definitely one gig which came close to kind of falling apart, where you and Ollie ended up wrestling on the floor and breaking his bass. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that. But I actually think, although that was quite a nice spectacle, I think the performance was fairly sound. I don't think we
beg to differ. I would say if there was, before that gig, I remember walking home after that gig. That was the gig we were kind of all wearing like dresses and all that kind of stuff.
When you say walking home, were we walking home at 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning? No.
So that gig, I walked home pretty soon after that. So I didn't. So I was so I was. I think we'd all drunk like around like a bottle of vodka roughly or something. Verging on a bottle of vodka each. We were all so pissed by the time we went on.
Oh, I think that I do remember now. Yeah.
And that's why you and Ollie were wrestling. I remember walking home, not drinking more, and just walking home like in this kind of crop top and a skirt, like myself through the centre of Nottingham at probably about midnight, on a Saturday night. And so I can't say for sure because we haven't got that gig footage, but based on the gig footage that I have got where we weren't pissed, the chances are that wasn't that hot.
I think what's happened in both examples is a misjudgment on the alcohol level. Because if you nail it, I don't know if you drink much, Dan, when you're performing now, but if you nail it, it takes you to another place. If you overcook it, I mean, you have got the absolute worst dog's dinner of a gig going because it's just, there's no time, there's no tone, there's no tune.
Yes, all the nuance is gone, isn't it? All of the nuance is gone.
And it's just hard and loud.
And it's the nuance which is the difference between like a kind of pub rock band and like a decent band, isn't it? It's like like you were saying about the overcompensating on guitar, Russ. I've had gigs where I've been a bit too pissed and I've like the singing's kind of gone. So I kind of feel like I have to over sing and like kind of prove like, oh, I actually can sing a bit better than you probably realized by the first song. So I'm like, throw in a few, whoa, 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 whoa. And then you're overcompensating and you're ruining it.
Like, funny enough, I have gone through all of the stages of like overdoing it at gigs. And I don't know what is the mindset in our heads that is like we are better when we're a little bit tipsy. Because like I've now gone the other way, and I'm actually probably quite close to being teetotal. And I don't drink at gigs. I don't for the last 2 gigs that I drank at, I had imminent impending diarrhea. I felt the gurgling of, like, do you know what I mean? I felt the betrayal coming.
Yeah.
I felt the betrayal coming probably second set, and I run off the stage at the end of the set, and I just was brown water, and I just like, I'm done with that. I'm done with that experience, so I stopped drinking. And
I think you're right. It is the feel. You feel like you're doing better, and
feel like you're doing good.
Whereas technically, it's probably not that much better with a bit of alcohol. Stone cold sober is, I guess, how most professional outfits. If you were to watch Coldplay or somebody as the pinnacle of professional outfits, those guys are going on stone cold sober with a salmon dinner in advance and a yoga workout. You know, they are. But it's a performance, and it's
a Reiki massage.
Yeah,
and, someone's aligning their crystals before they go on stage.
Yeah, I guess that is probably necessary these days.
You know, my dad got past Reiki. He became like a Reiki master.
What do you have to do to become a Reiki master?
You rock up to a place and that you give them some money, and then you pretend to hold power in your hands and send power down through your hands magically into them magically. Basically, it's someone who pretends they've got magic powers selling the right to say you have magic powers.
I mean, that sounds like an absolute fucking scam, doesn't it? Like, but like a really lucrative one. It's like, okay, so I'll tell you have magic powers, and only then, once you're certified by me, can you then go and tell other people you've got magic powers?
Yeah. So you've got them now. Yeah, I've given them to you. There you go. You got.
So I don't actually know what Reiki is.
It's basically like non-touching healing. So you don't touch them.
Okay.
So it's like so you don't touch, and you can impart your energy to heal other people using effectively what is kind of like a magic, isn't it?
That sounds like it was invented by someone who got fucked off by doing 12 massages a day in the spa. It's like, you know what? How about I just do that?
Touching you, I'm gonna fucking do it without touching you.
This is the Amazon Prime version of massaging. Is that, you know, I've got the building. I own the building. Go in there. Here's this crystal. Massage yourself.
Massage yourself. Yeah.
$21.99 a month.
Healed. Praise the Lord.
And you start off kind of like right next to them, you know, holding your hands out. A couple of months later, you're like, no, don't. I don't have to. To be honest, I could do this at a distance. I'm just. I'll be in the next room. I'll just got my hands out. Don't worry about that. But don't need to be that close. Just give me your email address. I'll do it over email.
It's amazing.
I'll text you. I'll text it.
I'll text over some Reiki stuff. Don't worry about that.
My dad did it for me because I've always had like a bit of bad back, and I was just like, what is this bollocks you're doing? What has happened to you? What has gone on? What has happened? Who are you?
I think that's the fate of all men with a little bit too much time on their hands, as we've discovered in our ventures through time off and lack of structure. More structure.
Man without structure.
I think what I've learned when I next have time off is I'm not gonna
accuse some stars.
I know in my heart of hearts I'm probably not going to make any better use of it. But what I should do is plan out some stuff to do in the day and say, like,
it's
nice
timing.
stuff.
No. I think you're getting it wrong. It's not planning out stuff to do in the day, because I did that. You did that. None of it happened. What you actually have to do is plan the timings when things will happen, and you have to do them at that time, otherwise they will not happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But how do you do that? Like,
Diary.
I planned going to the cinema.
You were unfortunate on that
You
one.
were close, weren't you? You were close. You had 90% of
You
the.
did technically go to the cinema.
I walked into that cinema. I pressed one for Bullet Train on the little self-service thing, and it said denied on a Wednesday afternoon.
That's a brutally
12 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon in a fucking industrial estate car, cinema.
That's a brutally anti-human experience, isn't it? Drive by yourself, get to the cinema, touch your touchscreen. Bullet Train 1, please. Yes, please, sir.
Yeah.
Touchscreen. Get in the cinema by yourself.
It flashes up a little warning sign saying, "Did you mean 2?" No, just the one. Just the one, please, sir. I might have a friend come in later, but she'll book separately. Don't worry about it.
You don't need to be involved in who I'm coming with.
Watch the movie, which is full of people energetically living their lives, interacting, having a fucking great time. You sit there like a sort of little dumpling. Oh, this is how life is. And then at the end of it, get in your car, drive home.
Bye.
Okay, season ticket, please.
I'm still
culture.
though.
Yeah, but no, it is a good idea, and I do want to do that myself too. I do want to go to the cinema. I went to the beach famously by myself.
Yeah.
During, I don't know if it was lockdown or not, but I drove to Southend, parked the car,
walked into the sea, and just kept on going.
Do you know what I have done in the past, and I romanticized it, but I love it. It's like I walked up to Minions, I took the guitar, and I just sat and was like going to play some guitar on my own up on the moors. And like I got up there, I was like, "Yeah, I'm up on the moors. I've got the guitar. I'm free. I'm out in the wild." And I felt like such a wanker. I felt like such a wanker carrying a guitar up on the moors. I felt like it wasn't like when we were little, and it was like magic. It felt like I was a little silly twat.
This is the thing, Dan. And when I went to the beach, the experience was totally changed. So when I go to the beach with the family unit, I'm sort of resenting the whole experience, and like, there's tensions. I'm like, I'm going to the fucking sea, and then I swim, and it's brilliant because I'm away from the family unit. I'm swimming, I'm enjoying it, and I walk out, I'm doing my own thing, and then I'm lying down, I'm sunbathing, and it's like there's a sort of vibe to it where you're like, I am enjoying myself here. And when you go by yourself, you land up at the beach, and you first of all, you don't even know where to put your towel, because you are so aware that you are a weird guy by yourself on a beach full of families. It's like you can't go too near to that family, they'll think you're being weird. You can't go too near to these people, so you end up sort of pitching yourself far away from everybody, and then you lie there.
That's weird in itself. He's taking itself off.
There's no version of it that's not weird, because you're a guy by yourself on the beach, and then you lie there and you're like, it's too hot.
This is too sunny for me.
And you swim,
the sea,
but there's no rebellion, there's no freedom about it anymore. You're just sort of bobbing around.
You're not getting away from anything.
No, you're bobbing around.
You're still there.
That's exactly right.
You can't swim away from yourself. Then you get back on the beach, and then you go, fucking, I've got to drive an hour home for this. So then you're like, the tension is, I need to enjoy it. Like you were saying, Joe, I've got to enjoy it. I've got to show that I enjoy this sauna experience. So I'm going to lie on this beach while people walk past me. It's just you're in the experience, but you cannot own it. It's so annoying, because when you're in the experience elsewhere, you're like, I just want to be by myself.
Yeah, I would love if I was by myself here, I'd be fucking loving it.
I know what I like, and I like not being with you. I like listening to my music. I like doing my own thing. I like reading my own book. And as soon as you get all that stuff, you go,
this is
I'm really
bored. Eat this. And that's
the rub, isn't it?
I think one of the essential things is like, just when you're always around people, especially when you're always around people, it's just like, no, I just want to be by myself, just a little bit of time by myself. When you get a bit of time by yourself, you're like, oh, fuck, here I am. Like, oh, like this guy. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be with him. Can't I be by myself without being with me? Can't I?
Where will we
I
learn?
think you've got that's the show title, isn't it? Can't I be by myself without being with me? Right, I'm gonna have to call it a day, boys.
Yeah, lovely
Yeah.
stuff.
10 o'clock.
Okay, thank you very much. This has been Slapback Chat Frat, gents. It's lovely to catch up, and we'll see you probably 6 months from now.
6 months.
Let's at least do a Christmas one.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's got to
Yeah,
happen.
definitely. Nice
Bye,
to see you
ourselves.
both. Bye.
Ciao.
Slapback Chat Frat.